Hello. Hello. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Swifty's there now. Hello.
Swifty who?
Swifty Hoogie Booty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our stream. We're Doig and Swift. You probably already know that if you're already here.
Hello. Happy Wednesday. Oh, sorry. My mic on went ba-doomf.
Oh, when the weds nest the
Day.
day.
Oh, when the Wednesday the day. I want to be in that number. Oh, when the Wednesday of the day.
I can't believe it's Wednesday.
Go on.
That's it?
That's it.
I thought it was Tuesday.
Yeah, it feels like Tuesday, doesn't it?
I keep having weird dreams. Yesterday, not last night, but the night before India, I dreamed that there was a big mixing bowl of custard and Kuma fell in it. But he was like 1/8 of the size, and so he was drowning in a bowl of custard.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's terrible!
Yeah, well, he wasn't drowning, but he was stuck in it, and he was like...
No!
I got him out, though.
Good. Jeez, oh.
Yeah.
I've also been having weird dreams.
Yeah, and then not last night, and see how I came through and I took a nap.
Mm-hmm.
I was dreaming that I was meant to be going to school and that I had been missing classes for like about 3 to 4 months. And I had a thesis to write. I think it linked back to another dream I had a few weeks ago. Or months ago.
Yeah.
And then we were in an apartment and these kids turned up. They showed up in our apartment and they were like, they had bikes. They had bikes in there and they were cycling
They're the
around
kids
our
from Stranger
apartment.
Things. Those troublemakers.
No. And then I went to school. No, we were going to go to school together. But then you were running late, so you took the bike. Not one of the kids' bikes, I don't think. And you cycled off and I was left alone. And then I got to school and Superman was there. And he had to tunnel down through quantum layers of the security system of the school for some reason. And then I came back and the apartment was different. Like I was in a different dimension. Everything had been either tossed around, moved around, shifted around, or in the state of unpacking or packing. It was weird. And then I woke up and now I'm here.
That was a long dream to have in the time that you had a nap.
Yeah.
Because we were only asleep for like half an hour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an epic dream. I don't remember my dreams. I just remember that they were weird the past 2 days. Also, Onster says, we have to talk about Knuckles.
We have to talk
about Knuckles. Knuckles.
What about Knuckles?
We've got to talk about it.
What about him?
He's cool. He's got a new animated short that came out. Did you guys see it yet? Did you guys see it?
Tell us about Knuckles.
He's the new porcupine on the block with a puff chest. You have not? Well, I guess we'll just have to watch it together, won't we? Is that okay, Doig?
What might dump us?
It might. Oh,
DMCA.
dump us. Do you think?
I don't know.
I don't think it will.
Okay.
Unless they're very fast,
it's
in which
too
case
new.
it might.
Let's watch it. Alright. Someone link me to the YouTube. And I'll do it.
All right. Yeah, we'll watch it together. Because guess who might have worked on it? Well, guess who did work on it? This bird. I did. I got to work on it. It was awesome. And now it's finally out so I can talk about it. Yeah! Sonic the Hedgehog stuff.
How cool is that?
Sonic the Hedgehog stuff.
Swifty on Sonic.
I got to work on a Sonic thing. It's the freaking best, man.
That's 2.
That's a comic and that's an animation.
Yeah.
It's a year of Sonic for me.
2022.
2022, the year of Sonic. But the fans seem to really like it. I really like it too. I can see why they do. My skills of secrecy are strong, says Ionoki. I commend your NDA capability. I have to, Ionoki, or Sega will come and they'll smack me down. They'll put me in a hold and they'll jump backwards with my head under their arm, and they'll do that thing that wrestlers do when they jump onto their butt with someone under their arm. You know that thing they do? They'll do that.
Duplex. Head stomper.
I would love to tell you guys sooner, but yeah, the NDA is strong. But now I can show you.
We can hop over. I think I'm ready.
Now I can show. Okay. That's not the bear. You gotta stand up. Okay, got you. Let's go.
Gotta have some of that popcorn.
Whoa.
I don't know where I went, but I'm here now.
I'm here now too.
What are you doing over there?
Just saying hi to everyone. Hi everyone. But, oh no! Oh no! I forgot the toots are on. Oh, this is gonna be a real. This is gonna be a real thing, isn't it?
What, the toots? You made this.
I did.
You chose this.
I did.
I didn't choose this. In the slightest. I turned the music off for that as well. Are you ready? Are you gonna do some introduction?
What do you think I should say for the introduction? What do you think I should say?
Say that you and Tyson Hess are best buds now.
Oh, but that's not true. But that's not true though.
Say that Knuckles is your best friend now.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Hey, Knuckles is my best friend.
Knuckles is our best friend now.
He's like a joint best friend with me and Onster. But yeah, it was awesome. So I worked with Powerhouse, who were handling the animation.
Wow, who that?
Powerhouse Animation. You know Powerhouse Animation. It's where Pat works. Pat's currently directing there. Patrick, who is the head of the Knights of the Light Table. So he founded the company where we made stuff like Starlight Brigade and Night Runner Magnum Bullets, and he's at Powerhouse. So the whole time we've been like, oh man, at some point I should probably work on something with Powerhouse because there's like such crossover there. And this was the thing. Pat wasn't working on it because he's very busy directing stuff, and also this was the boutique part of the studio where they handle the slightly smaller projects that aren't like entire series. But everyone I worked with was super cool.
Duh.
Like they were all really skilled, really awesome people. I was super honored to be on a team with them, and it was great. Like Tyson had a lot of involvement. I didn't get to speak to him directly, but we got a lot of notes from him, which was awesome. You know, obviously he did all the character designs and he approved all of the keys and everything as we were going through animation. So yeah, it was really fun.
Super cool.
I only did a couple of shots, kind of in between projects. I did a bit of freelance on it, but it was a really good one to be a part of. I'm very proud and honoured I got to be a part of it, because it's one of the ones where I really feel like the spirit of Sonic fits with what I want for the series. So getting to work on something like that was like very personally fulfilling.
It's super cool.
I just got a Scrungler boy once.
You got a Scrungler boy, okay. boom came through. Did little trill. Get in pet. So close to animating Sonic for money, says Kurzak. The dream. Ba-jum-bum.
How many times did I geek out? Every single day I got to work on it, I was geeking out. And also every single time I got to see the work of the other people on the team. You know, if they would post into the work chat progress on their stuff, I would be like, wow, yeah, cool. Also, anytime I got notes from Tyson, I would geek out because I was like, it's Tyson Hess. He's giving notes on stuff that includes me. So yeah, a lot of geeking out was done. Yeah, I helped with the Knuckles thing. I didn't make it completely, but I did a couple of shots on it. I'll show you guys the shots I did.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
When you want popcorn?
Oh, I'll let you have it. You have it this time.
I got it.
Is it okay if I geek out over the top of it? Or do you guys want me to shut up so you can watch it for the first time?
They should have already seen it. You can geek out.
Okay. You can always watch it alone without me talking over the top of it, I guess.
Yeah. People are here to see you. They're not here to see Knuckles.
Well, I don't know.
They didn't know they were coming
cool.
for Knuckles.
Knuckles is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, but they're here for you.
Okay, I guess I'll sit on a thing. I guess I'll sit on a thing.
You ready?
I'm like one of those kids, you know, where you go to a cinema and you sit in the cinema and there's just a kid who's like sat facing backwards, just staring at people. And the parents like, Nigel, look at the screen, and the kid's just like, that's me.
You're missing it, Nigel.
You're missing it, Nigel. Look at the screen, Nigel. Stop staring at that lady.
When did people start calling you a lady? How old?
At like 20 something.
Yeah.
24 or something. People
Leave
started
that
calling me a lady.
alone.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it weirded me out the first time someone was like, "Don't talk to the man," and I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, you become the
I've
man.
become the man.
The man. Yeah, it's weird. Or when people call you like, ma'am. Go and give it to that nice lady. It's like, oh no. What have I become? Oh, thank you, Space Pirate Femra. Thank you,
Boom,
thank you.
boom.
Here we go. I guess we have to turn the music off.
Yeah.
Oh.
You asked me. You said to. You.
Oh,
You
I
implied.
can't believe the music went off. Okay, turn it off though. Turn it off for real.
Turn it off.
Oh, I can't believe the music's gone. I'm joking.
Shake my popcorn at you. I'm ready.
I finally got to work on the Sonic thing. I finally got to work with Tyson Hess. Woohoo! I finally got to draw lots of Sonic things. I finally got to work at Powerhouse. Woohoo! Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry.
We could turn that off for the.
Oh,
for
I
the screening if you want.
tooted.
You love it. Okay. Cool.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. It's a very good time to toot. Wait. Are you guys ready for this? Also, I should say this is it's a prologue for Sonic Frontiers, a game that's coming out next week. It's a prologue for Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah.
So
Which you're going to be playing on stream, right?
Yeah. So I think they did an animation for Knuckles. And I think, and I'm not sure because I guessed this, I think that there's a comic book that handles Tails and Amy and what happened to them.
Well, Ian Flynn, I think, wrote this, and Evan Stanley was a creative consultant on it.
Mm-hmm. So Evan Stanley is one of the most well-renowned Sonic the Hedgehog artists ever in terms of the comics. Like, she is like drawn so many of the iconic moments. And Ian Flynn is one of the best renowned writers for the Sonic comics. So a lot of people who like the writing in this short are, praising Ian for bringing the characterization to the character. And yeah. Good team.
It was a very good team. I saw someone comment, they were like, oh, cool, they've got, Tyson Hess, Ian Flynn, Evan Stanley on there, and they did a bunch of other words that they said. They were like, "Oh, it's really cool." They're getting the pick of it. I was like, "I want to be cheeky and be like, you forgot one name."
What? No, there's a bunch of people who worked on the animation alongside me.
Yeah, but
and I did a very small amount.
Would you want your name to be synonymous with Sonic?
I think it already kind of. For people who know me, it already kind of is.
For people who know you,
I talk about it enough.
There's a difference. There's people who know you that know you like Sonic, but there's the people who like Sonic.
I mean, I would love to be part of making some cool Sonic stuff, yes.
Cool.
There's a free prequel comic out. I didn't even know it was already out. I should go and check it out. Do I get a free copy? No. No, I don't. Unfortunately. I don't think there's much crossover between the teams beyond the people at the top. But the Sonic comics have been praised for like the last couple of years on how well they've been written. So it's really cool that it seems like Sega have kind of taken notice of that. And people like Evan Stanley and Ian Flynn are getting to have more involvement in other parts of the Sonic franchise beyond the comics. Because they do awesome work. They deserve it.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Hitting play.
Look, everyone, it's Floating Island. It's Floating Island.
A land of miracles, of mysteries.
Okay, pause it.
Should I put closed captions on?
Yeah, put subtitles on.
I thought you were going to ask me.
No. Look, everyone, it's a Floating Island. I haven't seen it, like, properly drawn since, like, 10 years ago or something.
Ooh.
I feel like Angel Island hasn't been properly like shown or talked about since Sonic Adventure 2. Like, it's been such a long time. And it's so cool. It's so cool to see it. A land of miracles, a land of mysteries. It's always been something I wish a Sonic franchise would dig into deeper. It's back. It's back.
It's back.
We haven't seen it since Dreamcast days. Dreamcast days.
Whoa.
It's just been like a bit of context in the background, but it's never been like featured.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
My home. I am its guardian. I watch over the Master Emerald and every living thing here. That is to say, all the plants and animals. Any other kind of civilization has long since disappeared from the island.
It's a flicky.
I do things on my own, and that's just how I like it.
Independent is
I don't need anyone else
first
to
breath.
get by. But sometimes, I wonder how things would be if I hadn't been given this responsibility. Why was I chosen for this duty? Perhaps it's karma. Thousands of years ago, my ancestors attempted to steal a power that wasn't theirs.
Tikal.
It's Tikal. Look, everyone. It's the cutscene from Sonic Adventure 1. Pause it.
The question is...
Ah! Look! Tikal! Tikal was mentioned, and Sonic Adventure 1 cutscene was shown, and there's Chow! There's Chow and there's Flickies! We haven't seen those in years! It's so cool. And Knuckles is talking about his duty. He's trying to atone for like the past of his people and how they tried to steal the Emerald's power. He's been burdened with this huge responsibility that, you know, he never asked for, but that he feels accountable for. And it's awesome. Like we've never really seen exactly what Knuckles does when he watches over the Emerald on the island. Like, we know he watches over it, but watching over the people and the plants and stuff was just something that was kind of implied. It's so nice to hear him say it and to be like, oh, that is what he's doing. Yeah. He's like just taking care of everyone and everything around him. What a cool dude. But also like digging into his character in terms of the duty that he feels he has to fulfill and the loneliness of being trapped here and everything. It's just like, oh, it's so good to touch on that stuff again. That character stuff has been put to the side, you know? Lately, it feels like when Knuckles appears in the games, he just kind of appears and he's like, hey guys, what's going on? And then he does whatever the plot needs him to do. But there's no context in terms of, you know, why is he here? How does he feel about it? What about his duty to the Master Emerald? Like, there's no actual connection from his character back to what we know about him. He's just kind of there.
He's like a plot train.
He's something you just kind of drop in. It's so cool to have this stuff brought up again. Like, I've been wanting to know about this since I was like, I don't know, 17 or something. Since the old games were out, I've been wanting to pick up this thread. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Knuckles is amazing. It's so cool to see this stuff dug into again. Because me and a lot of other fans had kind of given up hope that Sega was ever going to come back to this stuff. Because it felt like after Sonic Adventure, they took such a different direction, and every single game after Sonic Adventure felt like it kind of rebooted the character origins or rebooted, you know, it never referenced that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, we didn't even see the Chow again. So it felt like they'd kind of disregarded and decided to go in a different direction. Completely. So I didn't think we'd ever get to see like this actual lore continue or the story continue or get the characters referencing their origins or their responsibilities like this. I thought they were going to continue to just be cookie cutter characters that would be dropped into whatever scenario the next game happened to be in with no reference to any of this. So seeing Sonic Frontiers reference this stuff and actually dig into Knuckles' actual like character arc and his, you know, his story, his life is really cool. Yeah, it felt like each reboot got further and further away from it. Like after Sonic Adventure 2 was Sonic Heroes, and that made no mention of like the Master Emerald or the Floating Island or anything which had happened before, you know. And, you know, Shadow was back, he was meant to be gone at the end of the Sonic Adventure 2. He was meant to sacrifice himself, but he was just back.
I've yet to play this one.
Yeah.
So my brain is still at the end of Sonic 2 for whatever else. I haven't seen anything else except for...
Well, this is the perfect time for you to be watching this then.
Yeah. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. And then after Sonic Heroes, what was after Sonic Heroes? Was Sonic 06 after Sonic Heroes? Because that was like a hard reboot. That was like, okay, the origins of all the characters are, you know, we're changing it now. This is the new Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, what was...
And then it was Sonic Unleashed, and again, like, nothing about this was mentioned ever, and it was like almost an entirely different world. Sorry, Doig, I didn't mean to talk over you then. What was it?
I was just going to ask what Knuckles' origins or whatever was in Sonic 06.
It wasn't mentioned at all, I think.
He's just there.
He's just there.
Gotcha.
I don't even remember Knuckles in Sonic 06.
You hope Blaze gets a similar treatment to Knuckles here where we get her Sonic Rush origins back. Well, where she's an interdimensional princess with the sunscreen.
With the sunscreen?
With the sunscreen.
Oh, you tried so hard.
Sunstones?
The Soul Emeralds.
Soul Emeralds.
Look at you. Doig asked me about Blaze the other day and I gave him a quick rundown. I'm really proud of him Can't believe you remembered that stuff.
Well, yeah.
Blaze with the sunscreen.
Well, it featured so heavily in your Sonic Adventure 3 storyline where their moon was connected or something.
Yeah.
To the moon that got destroyed during Sonic Adventure 2.
Hell yeah. Blaze is amazing. But this gives me such, like, it gets me so much more excited for the game. Like, what a great way to advertise the game, to come out with a short like this. Because suddenly I'm like, wait, what? Sonic Frontiers actually feels like it could be like a spiritual successor to Sonic Adventure 3 if this is how they're advertising it. Because this actually follows on from the characters' stories as we know them. It doesn't just put that stuff to the side and not look at it anymore.
Or Ian Flynn and Evan Stanley and Tyson all feel the same as you do, and they just snuck it in here.
I don't think that you can sneak this in. Like, this is the entire show is kind of about Knuckles being on the island.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was snuck in. But I definitely hope. I know what you're saying. I hope that this isn't the only thing we get in Sonic Frontiers. I hope when we get to the game, Knuckles isn't dropped in again, like just out of context, just to be there with no mention of any of this.
Well, I feel like this is the context for when, because the way this ends, you can kind of surmise how you find him.
Yes, but I hope that they continue along this storytelling string.
Yeah, me too.
And that they don't just disregard it when we get to the actual game.
Sonic Team. You ready for more?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
But look, the question is, whose power was it originally? Yeah. And they're talking about the Master Emerald's power, and it's like, that's an awesome question. I would love to know. Let's find out.
Whose power was it originally?
Look, it's Tikal! She's still here!
Wow.
Who built this shrine to the emeralds? And where did they go?
She's just hanging out with Knuckles on the island! I always wondered where she went. She's just hanging out with Knuckles!
She's haunting Knuckles.
Monster cousins hanging out!
To protect my home, I need to know every possible
I love that. I love that Knuckles isn't just alone. And look how beautiful this is.
I've explored the island top to bottom.
Ciao!
But I still manage to find something new every day. New routes between regions. Ruins.
This is what he's been doing.
Tribes, and remnants of some group that came before.
He's researching, exploring. Look, he's gliding! Like he does in the game. Look, he's climbing! Like he does in the game!
Huh?
He's doing things that Knuckles does! Not just standing and talking! Look, it's a nice chow!
I'll help.
Like you can make it the game! He's gotta help out.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Hey, there. Here.
This
is what you're looking for, right?
Why do they want that weird mask? It's a creepy chow.
Creepy chow. Oh.
This is different. Oh.
I would be like, sit on the throne. Sit on the throne. Be as a king.
King Knuckles.
Look, it's a Swifty shot.
Old.
Whoa.
This one is me.
I wonder.
Whoa. Where'd he go?
That's the question, isn't it?
It's unexpected. Went up into the... Oh.
But there are so much more stakes now that we know how important he is to the island and keeping things like just looking after everyone there.
What was that? What? Where am I? This isn't my island.
It's me. I'm here.
Is this another one of your tricks, Eggman? Show yourself.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
that nice line weight.
Oh, an ambush, huh?
I love this shot. It's so cool.
Your funeral.
The rotation is so subtle and lovely. Yeah! This is me! Impact Flame! Big Eye Boom! Look! Spin Dash!
That was cool.
He did a Spin Dash! That's the Knuckles thing he can do! Look how cool and strong he is! That's it, just throw a rocket at it.
Whoever's behind this better show yourself now. We'll settle this in a fair fight. And after I win, you'll send me home. Got it?
Oh, I guess I missed that. Oh. Cool shot.
Why is he a hologram?
Do things on
I don't
my own.
know.
That's just how I like it. I don't need anyone else to get by.
Look at this little reprise to the voice says at the beginning.
But sometimes,
Isn't that beautiful, the way that the context changes? Because he really does need help sometimes.
He does need
But
help.
it's beautiful to see him start off like with this very self-assured, I don't need any help, and showing how confident he is on the island, and then end with him obviously needing help, but repeating that phrase over the top. There I am! I was on that list. Woo! Woohoo! Well, yeah, what a beautiful sentiment, because it sets up like what Knuckles needs to learn as well. You know, what his character is and why that can sometimes be a flaw, and why that kind of isolation is something that he holds in his heart as well, and something that he might have to overcome at some point. Just really nice writing to like come full circle and button it up like that at the end.
Ta-da!
Like it leaves us with a mystery and with something that we want to see happen with Knuckles. I'm so excited to see it explored in the game. I really hope it is. But yeah, gosh, so much. Knuckles fans are eating well. So much cool stuff in that short.
It's super cool.
So much stuff I love seeing come back, and I love seeing finally addressed. And just like, I finally feel like we're getting to see the Knuckles I grew up with again. I feel like I've missed him for like the past 10 plus years. But this feels like it's the same guy, you know? It's the same guy I played as in Sonic 3 when I would glide around and latch onto walls and climb up stuff. And it's the same guy where, like, in Sonic Adventure 1, I was like, oh man, look at the island. It's so cool. And now, like, you can see him exploring it. You can see what he does day to day. It's just like, it's what people would want from a Sonic the Hedgehog animated series, I think, which is for it to follow in the spirit of what it's built upon, rather than to kind of push away what it's built upon and almost like be ashamed of it.
Yeah, rather than taking like the old car and slapping some like a big, what is the thing on the back of the car is that make
bumper
them
sticker?
Go faster. Spoilers. No,
Hey,
is that right?
Yeah, I
at
know
the
what you
front?
mean. The little wing thing.
Yeah, you know that meme where someone's added like 5 of them. That's kind of what it feels like with the kind of direction on Sonic storytelling. Is like they add that to the car, and you're like, I don't want that. I want the car.
Well, it feels like
I
a
like
lot of
the car.
It feels like lately, you know, ever since, I don't know. Ever since, so probably Sonic Unleashed or something, or maybe even before that. But probably since Sonic Unleashed, it feels like Sonic's been kind of scared to take itself seriously anymore. So it loads everything with jokes and like lampshades itself to death and back. And it's so nice to just see something which is Sonic embrace being Sonic, rather than feeling like, it's scared to be itself because it's scared that it'll get made fun of by people for being Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like, it can take itself seriously and it doesn't feel like it's ashamed of that. Whereas a lot of Sonic stuff before, it feels like Sega were desperately trying to find something that worked for Sonic, and like the fan backlash was really affecting the fact that they couldn't sell on anything and they felt like they had to be, undercut themselves all the time.
It makes me wonder, over all the kind of decades of things where we've had adaptations. Because I'm going to bring it up, I recently read that it was a struggle in the writer's room on The Witcher to get the writers to take the source material seriously, and sometimes they were like openly mocking it.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're adapting something that's beloved,
but you don't love it,
like that sours the recipe a little bit,
Yeah, you can not love it so long as you kind of respect it. But if you don't respect it and make fun of it the whole time, then I feel like it's going to come through.
Yeah, you gotta respect what you're working on.
Yeah, I feel like you can really tell that the people who were heading up this production love Sonic and like specific things about it that they wanted to bring out, and I'm so happy they did.
Yeah,
Scribbling says wait, and Inoki says I heard about that. Yeah, apparently the main actor left because they are a Witcher fan and they didn't like the direction it was going in, and they weren't able to get the crew, I think, to respect the characters in the world. They seemed to want to just take it super far away from that. So I think they ended up leaving, or at least that's what Mike said.
Yeah, I mean, it's all speculation at this point.
Okay.
It's been announced that he's being replaced.
He didn't say that.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
The people have taken context for what he said in interviews in the past and speculated. Like, that he's had struggle in getting them to make The Witcher the way the books were written and the games are. He said in interviews in the past. People were putting together dots, but
I'm not super up on The Witcher. The game was based on a series of books, or was it that the books were based on the game?
Games are based on the books.
Okay.
And it just puts into sharp relief, like, all the video game adaptations that we've had over the years, like when things are seen to have value and are popular, but then they're bought and then handed to creators who may not be as familiar with or understand what makes the things tick, and then they make something based on their assumptions and observations of it rather than their understanding and their
it's usually fine for people working on something not to necessarily know everything about it or be super fans, but you kind of want the person who's heading it up to know their stuff.
Yeah, I think that's why we're seeing such a good response to these, is that it feels like the people that are
in charge of them
care.
Yeah, and they do, they really do, and you can tell. And it's just for fans like me, it really means a lot, because I think a lot of it has kind of given up hope that we would ever return to the Angel Island setting, or had given up hope we'd ever see Chow again, or had given up hope that we'd ever have Knuckles actually talk about the responsibility he has to Angel Island. We thought that stuff had all been thrown away and we'd never see it again, and that Knuckles would just keep trying to reinvent the characters forever. So this is a real welcome return to the stuff that we all loved and fell in love with at the beginning. This is stuff that kind of kept us hanging on for all these years, and it's coming back. I never thought I'd see the day. And when I say hanging on for all these years, I don't mean to disparage the work that has been done in the games, because a lot of the games I actually quite enjoy, even if there's bits of them that people mock quite a lot. I still really enjoy them, but this really feels like it's the Knuckles that I've wanted to see for such a long time, and the Knuckles I grew up with. So I'm super excited. Yeah,
Cool.
And also super honored, like I said, just to be a part of it. It was a Sonic project that I got to have my hand in. I'm really happy that this was it.
Yeah. I think it's super cool.
Did I talk about which shots I did? I did. I can show you though if you want. We can go back to them, so you can look out for them. I wanted the Knuckles flying shot, but unfortunately that was taken. I think everyone wanted that shot. We're all like, that one!
This is Swifty shot.
This one here. So, this one was tough just because it was a lot of subtle stuff. I went a little bit bigger at the beginning with the acting, and Tyson was like, pull it back, it feels like too much is happening in the time. So it's just like 10 seconds of like a close-up shot of Knuckles just like considering stuff. So it was a challenge to keep him on model and to keep it subtle, but to keep it alive as well, and not just have the mouth flap. Like, I really wanted it to feel like there was actual thought going on in his head, to really sell it. But finding the balance between adding too much movement to that shot and keeping it alive was where it was a bit tricky, just because 10 seconds is a long time. Yeah, I showed this to David and he was like, this smacks of Swifty acting. And I was like, it's nice that you can kind of see it. And then, yeah, this shot here. Just after this.
Yeah.
There. So I added the little leg scruggles for the... I was like, it was meant to just slide in, But I was like, I kind of want it to be like going so fast that it's like pedaling its legs trying to get to Knuckles. I was also pretty happy with the subtle movement on Knuckles at the beginning, where he like prepares himself by taking a step back before he jumps. Like, that was fun to do, to like make it feel like he was preparing for combat. And then I kind of added this leap for the enemy. I think it was just gonna run at him, but I was like, they should both leap. And then of course impact frames, because how could you not have cool impact frames? Impact frames are cool. And they sell the feeling of it. And yeah, I was happy that I got to kind of do the effects on this one as well.
Oh, you did the smoke.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
I sure did. That's Swifty smoke right there. I should have given him more smoke on the back foot when he slid back. Regrets for another day. I guess I was a bit worried it would blend in with all the other smoke though, because there's so many layers going on. And then we get the zoom into the eye with a bit of lens distortion. And that was fun, because it was like, how do I get the feeling of his pupil like contracting when everything else is moving? So I did my best.
Yay!
So yeah, it was really fun. In terms of the lighting and stuff, we just added lighting on the keys, and the cleanup studio filled in for us. So that was really cool of them.
Swifty's drawn Knuckles officially.
I did it. I drew him officially. I sure did do that.
Yeah.
How do you approach lens distortion like that? Did you reference 3D model or eyeball it? I did open up a Sketchfab Knuckles and zoom in and out and be like, what happens here? But in the end, I ended up just eyeballing and trying to kind of go with the feeling of it. Just drawing it and being like, does this feel right yet? Does this feel right? Oh, thank you so much, Space Pirate Ephemera. I mean, the turnarounds by Tyson were super helpful. There were a lot of very, very cool and helpful documents from Powerhouse on how to turn the characters around and specific parts of each character, how they worked and everything. The hardest thing to draw was these guys, the humanoid robots. Like, a lot of the detail is in shadow, which like I think was probably a good call but also there's a lot of detail on these things that you guys probably don't get to see that was drawn on. Those things are complex, man. They have complex models. And drawing them was hard. Figuring out how an arm would go was really difficult. Like, okay, I know how it looks when it's got its arm down by its side. How would it raise this arm? There are so many interlocking shapes.
You did so cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, India's Brooklyn 99 Sonic boards are... I think they really show how you can push the expression and nuance.
Oh, thanks. I'm always like slightly nervous when people mention those because I'm very aware that I kind of whip them out super fast. And honestly, like, it's not my best work. I just thought it was a fun concept and wanted to bring it to life. But people are like, those Sonic boards you did. And I'm like, oh gosh, oh no. I can do better boards than that, I promise.
I want to draw your attention to the two cats who have scrungled their way into sleepiness this morning. Look at them.
Where are they? Oh, you're talking just to me, not to the chat. Oh yeah, they're very cute. I thought you were going to show people. But yeah, I was really happy I got to do this shot. I wanted to do some more shots, but honestly, like, I didn't have the time. I just got these 2 shots completed in under the wire. So much as I would have loved to do more on it, you know. That's how things panned out. But yeah, super proud. I would like to show you guys the line tests. I wonder if I can show you here, since I'm not uploading anywhere. I'm a little unsure, just because I haven't seen anyone else posting line tests, so I've not posted mine.
Yeah, maybe wait until you get the go ahead. And then we can show it at a later date.
Okay. Well, the thing that you guys need to know, I guess, was just that the process was we did rough animation and then proofed up the keys and then tied down the rough animation. So what we ended up with was like a tie down, and then we had a couple of keys in there with like full lighting on them and everything, like properly cleaned and inked, so that the studio we're sending it to could see the line weight we wanted for the scene and the how the lighting would go and could fill in the blanks. One super cool thing with the project too was there was this custom brush they used which had automatic line breaks in it. So I don't know if it's necessarily easy to see on a scene like this, but the line work that they're using, it has like little breaks in it sometimes, which I think is a super nice touch.
But isn't it that because it's a vector, it's still closed, so when you color it, like, it's all fine?
Yeah, so the stroke still, like if you draw a line, the stroke still goes all the way along the line, but the actual ink that it applies to that has breaks in it. So when you come to flood fill it still doesn't count them as gaps because the stroke is underneath. But the only thing that you see is the ink on top with the breaks in it.
Pretty
so
neat.
it doesn't hamper your ability to flood fill things, but it does add those nice little textural line breaks. I don't know if you go a bit early, you might be able to see those. If you go to one of the shots maybe where he's exploring the island and we get something more of like a close-up. Yeah, these nice bright ones. Let me see if I can see any line break. I really like also the way that here the cheek is overlapping, but when we're looking down at Knuckles, the bottom of his eye does not have a line along it, which I think is super nice. Can't see any here. Oh yeah? I can't see it. Oh, wait, maybe I can. It's actually very difficult to see, isn't it? Tikal! I can't believe Tikal's here! Knuckles hasn't been trapped alone this whole time. He's got a pal to hang out with. That's so cool. You can see a bit on the mouth there. You see at the bottom of the mouth, there's like a little gap. Yeah, it adds this nice little variance to the line art. Makes it feel a little bit less digital. I think the comp team did a really good job. Like, I love the colours in this animation. If you go to the part where he flies through the air, then lands on the column and starts climbing up. Like, all this is so beautifully composed. Like, that little blur as he flies in because he's close to the camera, and the way that the cloud layers push past the camera. The way that, like, you can see the blue of the atmosphere is in his colours here. Like, I love the shadow colours here. Like, they're so nice. Like, that slight purplish contrasted with the warm sunlight. And then this is gorgeous. Like, when he goes into shadow here, just the dark on the light of the background and the composition here is so gorgeous. Like, that soft ethereal background with like very close together values, you know, very distant, and then this really dark foreground element. Super cool. First something says he pulled his arms in to roll in the air faster. Physics! You can thank the animator for that one. I forget exactly who it was, but they said on Twitter, I think, that it was them who did this shot. So cool. But yeah, so sometimes you'll see that they have 2 layers of shading, sometimes they only have 1. It depends on the scenario. And sometimes they also put colour holds on the line art layer. Another beautiful shot here. So yeah, for example, on the shot that I did, the 10-second one, we wanted a rim light on it. So rather than rim light like they do here, where you have like that cast light on Knuckles' head just around the edge there, they decided that they wanted to actually colour the line art itself.
Oh, cool.
So if you skip forward to my shot, like 2 layers of shading is difficult to do. I'm super impressed that they pulled it off.
Cat walked over my keyboard.
So you can see here the line art is actually has a pigment.
That's cool. That's
to
nice.
get that feeling of lighting from behind, rather than it just being on his head with like a black line around it.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's something I did on Glim.
Yeah, colour holds is what we call them in comics.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's nicely done, isn't it?
Yeah.
They use it in a couple of other shots as well, and I think it always works really well. Drawing that cog was a pain. Had to draw all the patterns on it.
Feel solid.
That's good. At least people don't seem to be looking at it, so it's people looking at Knuckles, which is the important part.
Yo,
hey Basil,
thanks for
thank
the
you so
raid.
much. Thank you.
Not sure why I didn't raid, but hello, welcome.
Welcome. Sorry, we're looking at the Knuckles shot that got released yesterday. I got to work on it, so I was just geeking out about it, basically. Just explaining the process and just geeking out about all the stuff, all the awesome stuff that's in it. How are you guys doing?
Tickets, please.
Yeah, go give it a watch. It's great.
Nope, Sorry, I held it down.
That's okay. You don't have to go through frame by frame. I just wanted to show you guys the line art hold. There's some great Knuckles poses in here as well. I really love the one at the end where his quills all stand up because he's shocked about something. I think that's a super cool, appealing pose. Yeah, so here I guess they did 2 lighting states on this.
Yeah, I'm seeing
this
how
pose
they cross between them, but they don't.
And then
really.
they just fade.
Yeah.
I think it's just a straight crossfade.
How does that work in motion? Pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good. Am I moving through face tracking? No. Just using my controller as usual. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going okay.
But yeah, I guess that's everything I have to say about it. I'm really excited, guys. This short has made me way more excited for Sonic Frontiers than I was before. I didn't think we were going to get any acknowledgement of this stuff, and now that we seem to be, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
It means a lot to see this stuff brought back.
Gonna get your pre-order in.
Yeah, I should pre-order it, huh? I was also saying I should pre-order it so I can pre-download it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Koshmal says, I can't wait for this game. Sad Chow Garden won't make an appearance. Oh no, is that for sure? Was that confirmed? I was holding out hope in my little heart. I was like, hey, they showed Chow? Wouldn't it be an amazing surprise? It's confirmed. Ah, phooey. I did think that if they had a Chow Garden in there, that they would probably have shown it in the advertisements, because they probably would know that we would go book wild for it.
We could make our own Chow Garden.
I mean, I guess. I'll just intersperse it with playing Sonic Adventure 2 so I can get my Chow Garden time in.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of broke up the gameplay, didn't it? Like fast and slow.
Jay placed it. Did everyone here sign up for the newsletter to get the adventure shoes? What? Excuse me, the adventure shoes? What you talking about? We've got some Chromels. We'll have to check them out.
I think this short was a love letter to the love of the adventure series games.
I think so too. But if this was also meant to be a prologue for the game, then I'm hoping it means some of this stuff is going to make it in. Oh, the in-game soap shoes. We didn't get that in the UK, but I did always want a pair.
Okay, so got some Chromales here. I'll start. India
Okay.
woke up. Today was the day she showed everyone what she was working on. It was so exciting. Just as the trailer ended, a voice rang out, "This is garbage." India turned and saw Ken Penders. The beginning of the trailer showed Angel Island alone, but we are supposed to believe there are more floating islands later? Pfft, he scoffed. Tyson Hess was removed as director, and Ken was able to direct India for the new, better animation. India started to draw
God, no!
boobs on Knuckles and sighed.
No! Ken Penders, stay away from my Sonic. You stay away.
That's a bad
Shoo.
one. That's a bad one.
Shoo, get away, Ken Penders.
Get
away.
here,
Get out of here.
Next one. It's really interesting talking about adaptations of various bits of media. Fans seem... It's really funny that sound accompanies like the text getting shifted down, so not only does it knock me off the reading, it actually shifts the writing down. Don't do it.
That's funny.
It's really interesting talking about adaptations of various bits of media. Fans seemingly want callbacks and references, but also new stuff. But studios and writers seem almost pathologically afraid of directly adapting material and always have to put their own spin on it. See recent Witcher issues. Thoughts?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, I think I put it as this. I remember going to a talk about storytelling, and like you remember Brian was talking about how like when you take over leadership over something, not making a change is also a choice.
Yes. This is Brian McDonald.
Yeah, thank you. And like sometimes the most appropriate choice is to not make a change.
Yeah, and that's a valid decision that you're making that helps influence the film.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't understand that making no change is a choice and a decision, and like they feel like when they join a project they have to make a change, therefore they've shown their value.
Yeah, they have to like do their job and have a presence on the project by inserting their own stuff into it. Like personally, I just like things which aren't afraid to be sincere. I think it's really sad when something like is so afraid. It's so afraid of what people think of it that it like undercuts itself by mocking itself constantly. Like I kind of feel like Disney got to that place in stuff like Wreck-It Ralph 2 where all the princesses were like lampshading stuff that Disney had done.
Yeah.
But not actually addressing any of the issues. Just like being like, oh yeah, I remember when we got kidnapped, how that was stupid and dumb, huh? And it's like, yes it was. But also like, that wasn't the intention back then. The intention was sincere. And it feels like you kind of got to a place where you're afraid to be that anymore. Because you're afraid of what people are going to say about it. And I feel like Sonic kind of got to a similar place. So I do love new ideas and stuff. And definitely with the gameplay, I want Sega to innovate. And this Knuckles short is a great example because there's a lot of new stuff that this introduces that I think is super exciting and cool. But it's just nice to have respect for what came before, you know? Unless what came before is really egregious and like awful and problematic. But if what came before is just like storytelling that people thought was cool, then why not?
I always kind of liken it to this. When you're making something, it needs to have a really strong why. And adaptations kind of suffer a little bit because the why
gets lost.
It's not so much lost as it kind of begins from a place where it's like, well, why is this being made? Well, part of the reason is because it was bought and sold and it's popular and it will make money. And when the people who made the original wanted to make it, their why was because they wanted to make the thing. And that's why. Not
to make money.
Like
necessarily.
Not necessarily, but like the why was the kind of the why of it is baked into it because like they could have chosen any idea to do. They were taking a risk on that one. And
she's on the windowsill.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
I'll get her.
I know, it's really cute. It's not annoying. It's distracting because it's so cute. She's just blurring. Why you do something is really important. As much important how you do it. And I think that when you are trying to make something that is someone else's why, you either have to figure out your own why that is that resonates with the original, or I think it's almost like magnets trying to push two magnets together.
Well, what you're talking about is like the fact that the core of the story and the theme gets lost.
Yeah.
So it's like someone makes, you know, a film like Jurassic Park because they have a message they want to convey and something they want to talk about. And the next person who makes Jurassic Park after them and adapts that story is just like, oh, cool dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Let's just do a bunch of stuff with cool dinosaurs, and they forget the heart of the story and why it was made, because the only person who knows that is the person who came up with the idea and directed it and tried to pull that out of the original story. The next person along just sees dinosaurs, and then they either have to impose their own like ideas onto that to make it say something, or they just have to submit to, oh look, cool dinosaurs.
What's interesting is that Jurassic Park was in itself an adaptation of the book. But I'd be interested to see how it diverges and what it does differently.
They're both great. Yeah. It does do some stuff differently, and they're both great, and they have different whys. It's what's interesting. Yeah,
but I think Spielberg is such a good storyteller that he was able to inject a strong why into the narrative.
Someone
and then came out with a good movie.
Yeah, because the book is still great, but it has a slightly different why. But they're both good in terms of they both have very strong themes.
Yeah. It's all about building around that core. Why are you telling the story?
Yeah. And like, yeah, of course things are made to make money, but at the heart of them are often creatives who care more about the fact that they want their ideas to be made and they want to say something. Like, yes, the producers and the executives and the people on top want it to make money, but the people who came up with the kernel of the idea in the first place, like, a lot of the time those creative people aren't like, oh, this is $1 million idea. They're often like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this kind of thing existed?
Yeah.
And when you take those people out of the process and just tell other people to continue and keep it going, it can lose that heart.
You gotta understand before you make.
Well, it, like I said, it just helps to respect, and it helps to respect where the thing came from and to care about that.
Yeah, to dig into it.
Yeah.
Adaptations, I think, are real hard.
Yeah. Like, 9 times out of 10, rather than adaptation, I'd rather just have a new thing. Is my stance on it. But I like keeping things alive, but not keeping things alive for the sake of keeping them alive or for money. I want things to be kept alive if someone has a really good idea for them.
It's also why I have a big strong emotional reaction to seeing things like Space Jam 2, for instance, where they brought all the different characters together, but the why of bringing them together is really weak.
Yeah.
And those aren't the characters; those are merely just representative shells of like Pat. Like it's just.
I really liked some of the stuff in that movie though, like the 2D stuff. I thought was great, and I liked seeing the characters again. It was just like, it was kind of sad seeing them in that context where it was like, oh, the story is they're being exploited for money by Warner Brothers.
Haha.
And it's like, yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder who wrote this story.
And then roll on the next few years. Haha.
But yeah, it kind of lost that wonder that the initial had, like the original. And that wonder was really important, I think, to be able to get lost in that fantasy world and be goofy with it and like see the silly jokes and laugh along with them. You need to be kind of put in that space, putting it in like a corporate setting where they were all being exploited and it was meant to be very real world, and it was very scared of being cringy and wanted to be cool very badly, was like, then it became cringy because of that. It just kind of lost the initial kernel of what made the idea appealing.
Space Jam 1 is an amazing movie.
I'm also getting sick of self-aware media because, again, it just doesn't feel sincere. It just feels like they're scared to be sincere, and so they have to have a layer of mockery on top of everything. Like, we can't just make a Rescue Rangers movie because people won't care about that. We have to make a Rescue Rangers movie that's self-aware and meta, so it can poke fun at itself in order for anyone to take it seriously. And it's like, no, you don't. You could just make a Rescue Rangers movie and a bunch of kids and adults would really like it, because you would have a cool, sincere story and cool, sincere characters. We don't care that they're chipmunks.
Rescue Rangers wasn't made for Rescue Rangers fans, clearly. The first fucking line of the movie is, when we say Chippendale, what do you think of? And like all the Rescue Rangers people are like, we think of the characters.
Yeah,
Chip
we think
and Dale.
of the movie we came to see.
Yeah, we think of the characters that we're here to see. Oh, you don't think of the characters you're here to see. Oh, it's very fucking evident. Oh, it made me angry.
Yeah, Spider-Verse is a great example. Brought up in chat by Princess Pumpkin Pie, because it doesn't feel like it's ashamed of its heritage and it's trying to lampshade it to hide it. It feels like it's celebrating those characters.
Yeah, it leans in.
It's a celebration of all the different Spider-Men, rather than it being like, oh, remember when that thing happened? Oh, that was embarrassing, right? Instead, it's like, yes, I am a noir Spider-Man, and I don't see color, and I only think in this, and I only like, what is this Rubik's Cube? And then they have the cartoon one, like Spider-Ham, and they lean super into that, and like they play around with that, and they have fun with that. It's not just them going like, oh, remember when that happened? Oh, geez, ooh. You know, agreed, Swoodles. The cynicism really ruins it for me. Like, if you're going to be cynical about it, then I don't want you to remake something that I really love. Like, if you want to make it a film about being cynical, you can totally make that, but
Make your own thing.
But why sacrifice a beloved character for that?
And then we have a Chromel from Sinister Something. Question for Swift. What is your opinion of human cities in Sonic / an emphasis on interactions between people and Sonic characters, obviously excluding Eggman? Do you think they work within the context of the Sonic world, given more fantastical locations like Angel Isle, for example? If it was up to you, would you retcon a focus on people and out of the Sonic universe?
That's a really good question, and I have very strong opinions on this, so I might get some flack for it. But I have never really jived with the inclusion of real-ass humans and real-ass human cities in Sonic stories. And it's like, it hasn't stopped me from enjoying stuff, obviously, because Sonic Adventure 1 is one of my favorite games, but it definitely, like, I don't think it sits well within the world. I think the best that they did it was probably Sonic Unleashed, just because the humans in that game are very stylized and cartoonified in the same way that the Sonic characters are, so they fit together a bit better. But I've never felt like there's been a need to add humans into it. I've never felt like there's been a need for it to be set on Earth, or to explain why Eggman is a human. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think that humans are needed to make the story work. And if it was up to me, I would keep the Sonic characters on their own planet like Mobius and not have human cities. I would have Sonic characters be the inhabitants of the world and for Eggman to be the outlier. I think that's more interesting. I think it makes more sense. And the humans have never added anything to a Sonic story for me. You know, even when I was watching things like Sonic X, I kind of just wished I could have the Sonic characters do their own thing without Chris and all the human characters. You know, and likewise, even though I enjoy the Sonic movies, my favorite part of the Sonic movies are the Sonic characters.
It feels like when you put Sonic in the context of a human city, he feels out of place.
It just feels like, why? Why does it have to be on Earth?
As much as I love the truck car chase down San Francisco streets.
I mean, I love that, but you can have that without it needing to be
a truck.
Well, no, just without it needing to have humans in it.
Yeah, that's true. You know,
like we already
Cars
have
universe.
we already have a bunch of like Speed Highway and stuff. Like Robotnik invents mechanical stuff all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I did think that those levels were hype, and I can overlook it. Like, it doesn't ruin Sonic for me at all. Like, I still really enjoy those games. But if I could absolutely have my own way, then yeah, I would lean more into stuff like Mystic Cave Zone and Chemical Plant Zone and Hilltop Zone and, you know, the Sandopolis and stuff. I would lean away from, oh, Sonic's on a building and there's a bunch of people doing shopping underneath and he's just there in this real-ass city. And so is Robotnik, I guess.
Yeah, it's in terms of an isekai, I like the fact that like Robotnik's in a weird addition to a world. Like, he's the outlier.
What about Maria? I mean, I don't think it means you can't still have some humans. I just wouldn't want them to be like, you know, because obviously Robotnik's a human.
Is he?
But I just don't think there's a need for it to be, we're in a human city with these anthropomorphic characters and we're just not going to talk about it. And they're the only ones, but don't think about it.
I think for me it's whether...
Unster says, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
I think for me it's whether Sonic is from the same world as all the humans are. Mm-hmm. Like, I think if you're like, yeah, humans are from a different world,
yeah, and
Sonic's
he gets
interacting with
over.
them, then I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But if it's just like, yeah, Sonic just exists somewhere, then you're like, huh.
That's how the movies handled it, right? They had Sonic come through into our world, which makes a bit more sense, you know? But yeah, Maria's difficult because she's tied so directly to Shadow and Shadow's backstory. So, you know, I wouldn't want to. Again, like it's respect for the source material. Even if I prefer a world without humans, even if I had complete control of everything to do with Sonic, I wouldn't ever retcon Maria, because it's like I respect that character's origins, and she's too important to it. So you'd have to find a way to make it work while still involving that, and I think it still works because she's related to Ivo Robotnik, because she's related to his grandfather. So it kind of stays within the Robotnik line, and the mystery remains with Robotnik as to why he's the human, rather than with the Sonic characters as to why are they animals, which feels like a weird backwards way to think about it.
You know what would be cool? Like Ghibli-esque humans in a Sonic world.
Well, Robotnik basically already is Ghibli-esque.
Right?
Yeah, have you seen some of the Ghibli designs? Like, the dude who shovels coal in the bathhouse is basically Robotnik with long arms.
That's true. That's the Robotnik's grandfather.
Yeah,
in the bathhouse.
The thing that makes the most sense to me is just that there's very few humans in the world, or that Robotnik found a way to come to this world and decided to mine it for its natural resources.
I think I just want more stylized looking humans.
Yeah, and I think they did that better in Sonic Unleashed.
I have not seen Sonic Unleashed.
Well, the humans in that world sit together much better than they do in Sonic Adventure.
Cool.
Because the humans in that world are like Asterix characters.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Yeah, I like that. That's the thing about someone saying they did it better, or like the humans in is it New Donk City in Mario Odyssey? I was like, why don't the humans in New Donk City look like Mario? He's an isekai plumber from Brooklyn.
I mean, it was meant to be a whole different world, wasn't it, or something? So it kind of made sense, but that is the perfect example of how I feel looking at Sonic next to a human.
Yeah.
It's just like there's this weird, uncanny, like, why is nothing else stylized? Like, Mario could swallow that person's head with his mouth super easily.
Get steady now.
His eye is
Which head?
His eye is the size of that person's fist. Like, his nose is the size of their head. Like, what is this?
People are complaining about me. I didn't say it.
Missing Field says Jim Carrey's essentially a stylized human. What perfect casting for Robotnik. I don't know if anyone else could have pulled off Robotnik.
Oh, why am
like Jim Carrey.
Why am I getting called
Can't believe you, Doig.
Swifty said it. Swifty said... Why Swift... I said careful now. Be more... Clarify what you meant. And I'm the problem?
You implied it, Doig. I was speaking completely innocently. I was like, it freaks me out. Like, it freaks me out also. This is a complete tangent, I'm sorry. It freaks me out.
We're not drawing today.
It freaks me out when the design... Male characters have been so much more stylized than female characters. Like, they're so scared and concerned that they have to make female characters attractive that they barely stylize them.
More ugly female characters.
And it freaks me out. It freaks me out in stuff like Shrek, where Shrek and Fiona both turn into ogres. But Shrek could swallow Fiona's whole head with his mouth, no problem.
When she's an ogre.
Because his head is so much bigger than hers. Because as an ogre, she's just like barely bigger than a human, with slightly exaggerated features.
No.
And he has this huge head and this huge chin.
I think she gets pretty ogre-y.
Dude, Google it.
Google it.
Look up Shrek and Fiona together.
I'm not gonna do that. I feel like I get
yeah,
rule
no,
34.
don't Google Shrek and Fiona together, but Google like Shrek 2 or something. I don't know. Like, it frustrates me. It's like that. Have you guys seen that meme of the wolf, where it's like how to design a male wolf, like a male animated wolf, and it's like it enlarges the nose a bunch and gives them these tiny eyes, and then the female wolf is just like, I guess I'll have to get up the meme to show you guys. I don't know how I'd ever find it. Are you on the official website? Can you not just find Google Images?
This was Google Images. I clicked on the image and it was the official website. Don't
Martina, that was
judge me.
That was so fast. Show us more pictures, please. Of like more regular angles.
Look, there they are together.
That's not them. That's not them. There we go. There's one.
Where?
The third one along. Oh, that one, yeah. It's a Shrek 2 cover. You have to move a little bit, Doig. Like, look how big his head is compared to hers.
That's just because he's got a bigger jaw. The eye scale is pretty similar.
The eye scale is similar, but everything around it isn't.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, seeing them in motion together is just so weird.
And she's got really pretty ears, and he's not.
She's so much smaller than him in everything. Like, she's just got like, if you changed her skin to not be green anymore, she would just look like a human.
Hang on.
Don't do it. That would be cursed. Please don't. That would be so cursed.
Hang on.
What you do? Don't do it. Can you look at the Martina Wolf meme? Isn't she only half ogre? I thought she was cursed to turn into a full ogre. Isn't that the whole thing? Is that she's cursed to become an ogre? Don't do it! No! No, this is gonna be so cursed. I hate this. Doodle says, I mean, if she made Shrek human skin coloured. I've seen that guy in the pub a few times. I mean, maybe. I guess the point I'm trying to get across is that she's just like, she's pretty no matter what.
Where's a better one? Where's the good one?
You know, it feels like she's not allowed to be an ogre. It feels like she has to be like... She-Hulk is another great example of this. They do better with Fiona than they do with She-Hulk, admittedly. Much better. Because they at least do change her design slightly to make her slightly more ogreish. But She-Hulk is just, let's have a green woman.
She gets taller in She-Hulk.
Wow.
That wasn't a serious rebuttal.
I just comparing it to real Hulk and like how much that design changes and how awesome that is.
I think there are instances where she hulks out more when she gets angrier. Like from the comic.
So is she just never angry when she goes into a Hulk form then?
Yeah, I think so.
Then how does she get into a Hulk form?
She can just change, I think.
Isn't the whole thing that it's kind of like a loss of control?
Not for She-Hulk.
So what's the commentary with She-Hulk then? Because the commentary with the Hulk is like the scariness of being out of control of your emotions.
I couldn't tell you. I haven't read
What's the
comics.
actual like theme behind why she transforms? You know, why have a story where she transforms into a green monster? Like, what is she trying to learn? If it's not self-control.
How to be a good lawyer.
Excuse me?
How to be
What?
a good lawyer.
Is that what She-Hulk's about?
Yeah.
Why does she need to be a Hulk then?
Dude, I don't know. I haven't read the comics.
What bearing does that
I've only
have
seen
on the
show.
story?
What's that?
What bearing does it have on the story? Fredo right here says, I've not seen She-Hulk, but I think the message is we don't know how to write female characters. I don't be too harsh on this stuff. Because honestly, I don't know if I could do any better. But that seems like it kind of undermines the point of the Hulk. But,
A little bit.
because comic nerds want to be stepped on India. I mean, that's fine. But then they should lean into that. Just don't be ashamed of it. Go full Lady Dimitrescu on her and, like, have her be this, like... She hulks out and she's, like, 12 feet tall. And, like, burly. and she wears sexy ass clothing, and she's like,
Let's go.
hey, let's go. Let's get nasty.
You wanted this.
Ben says the words you're looking for is Dommy Mommy. I hate that. I wish I never read that.
Okay, I'm gonna do this a different way because this is cursed.
Doig, you just don't have to do this, Doig. Can you just not? How about if you just didn't, though? Did you think about that? The Simpsons. This is just... No one asked for this. Well, this is happening. I guess I have no control over it.
There you go.
There she is.
Sort of. I mean, it's a very strong lighting here.
Yeah, she's still slightly greenish. She looks like she needs to eat more lemons. Let's put it that way. Yeah, the only thing, like, she does become just an average size lady. The only thing is the ears. But, like, I don't want to linger on this point because honestly, of all the things I could call out, I think Shrek actually does a lot of stuff really, really well.
Yeah.
So I don't want to call Shrek out because I think Shrek is awesome.
Now she does look like a lemon. Let's
I do
go
think
harder.
I do think that seeing Fiona and Fiona and Shrek together always weirds me out because of how much bigger his head is than hers. It's like twice the size. You could stack 2 Fiona heads and have extra room for another half of Fiona's head next to Shrek. That's just her face. You're missing the top of her head.
Are you saying that you can have 2 of her heads where?
It's beautiful. Look there she is, Shrekona. Ogre Fiona has to have some reason. Yeah, I can see past that. I can just imagine that, hey, Shrek's just bald, yo. He's just bald. That's terrifying, Doig. It does illustrate my point well, though, of the fact that that just looks like a human face on top of his ogre head. Please stop, though. I don't want this anymore. Stop this. Cease. Oh gosh, you're stretching it. I hate. What are you making? I hate this. I hate this so much. Why does this exist?
Okay, I'm going away from this now. What was the other thing you want me to look at? A wolf
I just
meme.
wanted you to look at a wolf meme, which was basically my point before any of this started.
Where is it?
Now you can see I'm standing on invisible. I think Martina sent it in, so
Where,
it's
though?
just in the chat.
Oh, I thought it was it.
It's just in the chat. There we are. Martina's sending it in again. Like this was my actual point I wanted to make before we went down a rabbit hole. This is perfect. This is it.
Yeah.
Every time, man. Oh, I'm back.
Wait, what?
But yeah, I call out Shrek because I remember feeling that way when I saw Shrek and Fiona together. However, Shrek is actually like an awesome movie and an awesome series of movies. And I don't want to call it out because it does so much stuff really well.
Yes, this.
Yep. Uh-huh. The men can be beastly and monstrous and have cool designs and
Wait, look.
be beefed up.
Before player feedback, they were great. After player feedback.
Wait, really? This was after... How many of those players were girls? hate this. I hate this.
That's actually really annoying.
Gender is a construct. I hate it. When we went to see Twerp, Rich, who was the guy who was supporting the supporting act, had a shirt saying gender is over, and I was like, that's a great shirt. Where do I get that shirt? Yeah, I mean, even the top ones, like, I still have problems with them. But, like, they're better than they were, you know?
Which top ones?
The ones which were before player feedback, presumably?
Yeah, these are the ones before, these are all the ones after.
Oh. The ones before were great.
I don't know why there's 2 Taurens, but yeah.
Yeah, the ones before were great. I hate all the ones after. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, a lot of people have a different opinion, since that's after player feedback. But in case anyone wanted me to stand on a soapbox and scream about things for 40 minutes, there you are.
I need to save
the artists, like, I'm assuming they probably felt fine when they got that brief Manic MG, because I'm just going to say now that I think probably 90% of the artists were dudes as well. I think in that company it's very centered around male employees. You know, obviously apart from the HR department or the production assistants or managers.
I posted this image in the peg bar. You're welcome.
Can we look at Bayonetta now? She's cool. Bayonetta's awesome. How is Bayonetta 3, by the way? I know it came out recently. But I've never like completed any of the Bayonetta games, so I don't have Bayonetta 3. How is it? Does it look cool? You mean the sexual harassment company may not be great about female representation? Yep. That may be what I'm hinting at. It's sad that I have to be like, which sexual harassment company?
Yeah.
Kurzek says, I'm enjoying it. Got some small critiques personally. Lay them on us, Kurzek. What are you critiquing about?
Do you want to share your screen now, or are you not? Are you good? You just want to chat?
I might just want to chat now. I feel like this has gone way off the rails.
Okay.
Oh, you heard the controversy over the main voice actress. I'm in 2 minds about it. I don't know how much of the story I've heard, but on one hand I'm like, she shouldn't have misled people to make them think she was getting paid less than she was actually being offered to be paid. But on the other hand, I'm like, that pay still seems too low. She still deserved more.
Why is this score so hard to grab?
Oh, because it says I can't say without spoiling stuff. That's okay then, don't worry. Yeah, what have we got? We've got Blizzard, we've got Riot, we've got Activision. We got... what's the name of the ones who make Grand Theft Auto?
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
North, specifically, I think, or it was, for Grand Theft Auto.
Naughty Dog. Yeah. Because it sounds like you feel pretty much the same as I do, which is voice actors deserve more money, and Helena Taylor shouldn't have omitted the details that she did. Yeah. She kind of dropped herself in it. But it's sad that the company came out with lots of people thinking they were the good guys, because, yeah, she lied and she shouldn't have, but that doesn't necessarily mean the company was still offering her a fair wage or shouldn't have been paying her more. Also, she later recommended an anti-abortion group as a charity suggestion. Oh wow, that's a strong stance to have there. Okay, I'm not into that. I'm not into that at all. I mean, I guess that's how she feels, but nope. Nope. Answer says Camilla also handled it poorly, calling people insects and blocking folks. Oh my gosh. Again, like, you come to the realization that we're all just big kids. It's all just playground shit. Same old thing. We never left school. But yeah, it's disappointing to see someone that you respect as a creator and expect to kind of be mature about stuff. Just giving in to the temptation to hurl mud and poop at other people.
I think if you're having a ton of verbal things thrown at you,
yes,
you can break and snap.
Absolutely. I agree. Like, I think it's really tough on the internet to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, sometimes thousands of people just
That's when you
throwing
walk away,
venom at you.
That's when you walk away.
It is, but those people shouldn't be throwing venom either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. That's when you're like, okay, I'm off Twitter for the next month. It sucks. Twitter is a sucky place to be.
And it just got bought by someone. So.
Yeah, someone who's considering charging money for people to have blue check marks. Because he needs more. Kizek says, you know who doesn't suck? Jennifer Hale. Who is Jennifer Hale? The new voice for Bayonetta. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't hear the fart. Oh no. Charging people with blue check marks is very funny. I think a lot of us are just looking for an excuse and an alternative to leave. Yeah, I would love to see Elton? I would love to see Elon lose some money. That'd be great. I'd love to see it. And not just because I'm jealous that he's rich, but because he seems like he's a real scumby.
A what? A scumby?
Yeah. It was meant to be short for scumbag, but then I realised that actually it's just as long as saying scumbag.
But cuter?
Another Swiftie failure in terms of creating things. I'll put Scumby in the pile with other abbreviations that didn't work. Elton Musk Rocket Man? Oh no! Bring it back, you like Scumby. It's fun to say. It sounds like it would be a delicious meal.
Like, it's like Scampy.
But yeah, I agreed. Boycotting something because one person was paid will fuck over a lot of people. I agree. I don't think any media should be boycotted necessarily because the people who work on it are problematic. Unless that thing is pushing problematic ideas. In which case, yes, fair. But if it's just like, hey, these people at this company did this thing and it sucked, then there's probably hundreds of other people who didn't do that thing, who really put a lot of time and work into making the piece of art or media that people are consuming. And they shouldn't be punished. Sabo Jude says, Elon literally blames leftists for why his trans daughter dislikes him despite his transphobic tweets. Well, I mean, he's right in a way, because his daughter is also probably a leftist, I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, the leftists probably put all kinds of dangerous ideas in his daughter's head, like being able to have autonomy over your own body and, you know, having, you know, equality with other people and stuff like that. Unforgivable ideals like this.
Wait, how many children does Elon Musk have? I thought he only had the one. I'm not keeping track.
Six! Wow.
Are
Wow.
you trying to summon someone else?
666! I summon you, Shadow the Hedgehog. Wait, 10? 10? No. Oh my gosh. My beliefs and feelings so do not jibe with his that it's disturbing for me to think about him getting on that much and being liked that much by people. Just because it's just like, I'm like, no, this seems like a slimy person who I would not like. But again, this is just my opinions. There are lots of people out there who feel very differently to me, as evidenced by that. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Elon Musk anymore. I don't like it. I don't like having his Musk around here. I hate that all the things that I enjoy doing are owned by people who are scumbies. I hate it. Like, can I just be on a platform that isn't owned by some billionaire asshole? I guess no. I guess by definition, probably anything that I'm on is probably going to be owned by someone rich. I wish that weren't the case, though.
Quick, who runs Tumblr?
I wish that the returns that you got back for owning a company weren't so significantly higher than what everyone else owns for working it and making it run. I wish there was way less disparity there. Anyway, that's just me wishing the world was different, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of the shape of this room?
That's me as a kid being like, Dad, why do we need money?
Why you me need money?
And my dad just staring at me. Like, that's just the way it is. And me being like, well, why can't it be different? He's like, well, it can't.
I don't think Tumblr unbanned nudity. I think people thought that Tumblr unbanned nudity.
Okay, someone should test it by posting a book.
But I feel like it was something else.
Tasteful nudity is back on the menu, says Izzy the Fat Cat.
Oh, okay.
But P-word is still banned, but mostly because of issues outside of their control.
Oh no, they did. It was a post earlier today. Okay. Maybe they saw that people thought that it was going to get unbanned and were like, woohoo, let's go back to the... And then like,
let's
oh,
go!
No. And then Tumblr was like, maybe we should.
The ban is because they want to stay on app stores. That's fair. They should make a Tumblr that's exclusively for people who want to like post more mature stuff.
I was gonna say Scumbler, but I don't.
Scumbler!
I don't actually mean it.
Scumbler! I'd kind of love that. I want to be on Scumbler. Scumbler.
Scrumbler is better. Yeah.
Scrumbler's pretty good. But then you would like keep kids a bit safer too, because they wouldn't be as likely to stumble upon something above their age rating. You could just have that one not be on app stores. The secret Tumblr. The Scrumbler.
Stumbler. Is this room too big? This room might be getting too big.
I want a mansion.
You want a mansion? I think it's getting too big.
Yeah, and then if you posted your stuff on Scrumbler, then you wouldn't need to worry about necessarily always tagging it or getting bots to tag it or whatever to make sure that people who aren't supposed to see it don't see it. You could just be like, well, I'm posting on Scrumbler, so by default, everyone on there is like 18 plus. Memory Paint says, wow, nice new room.
Thank you.
Doig is making cool things. Did we adjust our stream times? No, we just keep waking up late.
I woke up on time. I went through to wake up India. I fell asleep.
You fell asleep next to me.
Yeah.
And then we were both just asleep. We got a UK Crow mail. What? From the UK. You thought for sure it would be early today with Doug going to bed on time. Sorry.
Fun fact, BP made $8.2 billion in the last 3 months, but the Conservative government decided that giving them an $800 million windfall tax to help with the energy crisis is unfair. Yeah.
This is like... The thing is, I feel really stupid talking about this stuff. Because number one, I don't know what I'm talking about. At all. And number two, I feel like a lot of stuff I'm saying is just stuff that other people have been saying for years. That was going over my head until I experienced it. And then I experienced it, I was suddenly like, oh, wait, those people were right. They've been saying it for years and they were right. And I'm just now like, oh, I've discovered that this is the way the system... It's like, you didn't discover this is the way the system worked. People have been telling you this. And now you're experiencing it for the first time. So I feel real dumb talking about it. Because it's like, I've got nothing new to say about it. People have been saying this stuff for ages. It's terrible. It's terrible how all the rich don't have to pay taxes. Which means that only the people who don't really have the money for it have to do it. Which means it's basically all on the working class to support the entire government with their taxes. While the people who have the most money can just be like, whoop, I don't need to pay anything. I'll just keep making $1 billion a minute. And then like the energy crisis happens and people are freezing in their homes because they can't afford to put the heating on. And the government's like, well, we don't have the money to help. And we're like, well, why are we paying taxes for this country to operate? Because the people with the billions of dollars sure aren't. Like, you just don't have the money to help, huh? No? After taking 30% of what we earn every year? You can't reduce the energy cost a little bit for us? You know? You can't like maybe have someone with more money help to pay it? No? It's all on us? People can't afford it? Well, the rich just keep getting richer? They get charged for anything? Oh, okay.
This is how you start riots.
Okay. I guess that's the kind of country we live in, huh? And then the people who really, really, really can't afford anything get benefits because they don't have a job or can't get a job for various reasons. And all the working class people go, it's their fault. How dare they get benefits? How dare they get free money when we have to work for it? And it's like, it's not their fault. Look up.
Look up.
Let's not all get angry at one another for not being able to afford things. Anyway, yeah, I have nothing new to say about it. Everything I just said is stuff that other people have been saying to me for years. And now that, you know, I'm freelancing and paying taxes, I'm like, oh, they were right. Surprise!
You're like the one true Marty. Stream 2.0 feature idea, guillotine room.
Wait, what would you use it for?
This isn't France.
What would you use it for?
Because you were Viva la Revolution.
Vive la Revolution. You're cutting paper, of course, says Scribbling. Oh, that makes sense. Well, anyway, I have nothing new to say about it. I don't know how to change what is. The problem is that the people who have the ability to change it are the ones who are rich, and they don't want to change it because they're benefiting from it. So it will never change, and we'll all just become drowned in the money of Elon Musk and suffocate, and that'll be the end of mankind.
Did the girl just jump off the windowsill and start sprunkling?
She did. And I can do things. The thing I can do is I can make cool animations. And Kieran McIntosh says, voter apathy is why things like this happen. I guess so. I feel like... Does no one else feel like they can't really affect any wider change, though? Because I'm still voting within the system that I don't like. Like, I don't like the system. I think it's inherently corrupt. And in order to affect any change, I have to choose between a bad option or a worse option. And then people are like, well, you had a choice. And if I vote for something and it gets through, and then rich people decide they don't like it, they'll just overrule it. Like, they hold public votes in England because it's a democracy, and then if they don't like the result, they just do what they want anyway.
Yeah. It's time to throw soup at some art.
Yeah.
If I can get fluid working.
Unionize is great. Unions are amazing.
In Unity, we should just like throw soup all across the overlay.
It's like recycling, isn't it? It's like I do it because I want to help the environment. And I try not to leave lights and stuff on because I want to help the environment. But the most impact that would be had on the environment is from people who are super rich. And it's from the industries that are set up. Like the meat industry and such. And it's like, I wish I could dismantle them.
I don't know how true this is, but I saw it on Twitter.
Well, then it has to be true.
But that like a lot of recycling, I don't know from who to who, but geez, I don't know all the information, so I should.
There's so much misinformation, isn't there? Just like everyone take this with a massive pinch of salt because we haven't fact checked anything.
It was someone advocating that putting rubbish in a landfill is better because sending it to a recycling center, it gets exported to different countries to recycle, and those countries have just stopped recycling a huge proportion of the stuff that gets sent to them, and they're just putting it into the sea. So how fucking demoralizing is that?
It's super demoralizing.
Hey, recycle, it's going into the sea.
I think the worst thing is that I can't even say that can't be true. I would love to be able to be like, oh, that's ridiculous. But at this point, I could totally see countries just dumping stuff into the sea even though they say they're recycling it. Like, we just found out recently that's what's been happening in England. Is that a bunch of stuff has been thrown into the ocean and lakes.
Oh, the sewage stuff.
Yeah. Sewage is just going into our lakes and our oceans. And it's like, ooh. the life that's in there. And also the fact that like these lakes are meant to be like, they're monuments of nature. And we're destroying them. And I can't do anything about it. It fucking sucks.
Not all plastics are recyclable. There are little symbols on the things that which are and are not. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't say that's true, but I also can't tell you it's not. Because I could see that happening. Yeah, it's demoralizing. Something needs to change at the top of the chain. The head of the snake needs to be cut off. It just like, it's so hard to affect change from the bottom up when the people at the top don't want anything to change because they personally are benefiting from things being the way they are. And they will actively quash any attempts to change things.
How long do you think King Charles's reign is going to last?
I don't know. I don't think too long. Like, I was honestly kind of hoping that we'd take the opportunity to become full democracy.
I mean, part of me feels like the Queen was the only one keeping the bastards in check.
I don't know if that's true. I think
I don't know anymore.
She was cutting a lot of ribbons, I think is what she was doing.
I don't know either.
You know, if what we're saying is good with terms of service, well, fine. Come on then, Twitch. Take us off. Destroy our account.
Yeah,
is
you're
it
kind of
against
inciting...
terms of service to say that
yeah.
it sucks that we feel that we can't affect change? That we're worried recycling isn't going anywhere? That I wish that our country had a full democracy? You gonna ban me for that?
I just wish we could trust the people who are taking care of everyone. That's all I'd like.
Because they're not taking care of everyone.
Nope.
But I do believe that, like, this is the good part. Because I know that it's like kind of demoralizing to feel so powerless. But here's the good part, is I believe that the majority of people, like, not the billionaires, but the majority of everyone else, like, genuinely are trying to do what's best and are good people. Like, I think a lot of people who get into government are doing it because they want change. They want positive change. And even if we don't always agree with what everyone's policies are or what they're trying to do, I think in general, humans are trying to do good things. You know, people do questionable things and people are morally grey. But I also think that everyone is trying to enact good in the world. It's just again, it's just the head of the snake, isn't it? It's just like all the billionaires at the top are gonna pass their billionaire fortunes down to the next billionaire they've raised. And I wish some of those good people had the means to enact their ideas instead of just being concerned about making more money.
What would you do if you were handed billions?
What'd I do? If I was handed billions, if I had like Elon Musk money, I'd give it to people who know better than I do what to do with it. I think I'd use some of it to like fund creative projects. Like I'd do a fund to help homeless people. I'd do a fund to help people who are affected by the energy crisis, and then I trust people who know better what's going on in other countries and stuff to help people there, and people who know better what's going on politically to help people here. I guess I'd rely on my friends and stuff to help me figure out where best to put it.
Aside from not knowing who knows best.
Yeah. I'd keep like 500k a year for myself. And that's just like, okay, I can totally live on this. I can afford to buy a house. I can like be completely comfortable and still have savings with this. Like, this is more money than I need. And then the rest of it could all go on projects. But yeah, I wouldn't really know what to do with that. I'd have to ask other people to help me figure it out. Anywho, I should go. It's nearly 11 and I have to get to work. Are you going to keep streaming, Doig?
Don't know.
I can go and you can have a nice peaceful stream without me yelling about Sonic. Sonic or billionaires.
Yeah, I can keep going if people want to stick around, or I can go. Do a poll.
Do a poll.
Do Doig stay.
Here's the takeaway. The world is full of great people. And that's the spark of hope. Is that, yeah, the system may be shitty right now, but the world really is full of great people who want to do good. Scribbling says, so I looked it up and you only need 20 billion to end homelessness in America. Wow. I mean, I really like this incentive that they were doing. I forget why they were doing it, but there was this incentive where they built a bunch of flats and homeless people could just stay there for free and only needed to start paying for it like when they started earning the money to do it. And a lot of homeless people got on their feet that way. It's very cool.
There was a grandmother arrested and taken to court for feeding the homeless in a park.
Why was she arrested for that?
I don't know what law.
Why is that against the law?
But yeah, that happened.
Do they not have better things to do? Like, do they not have actual criminals to arrest?
The footage of the police officer was like, he was on the phone to his boss and he's like, I don't think we should do this. And then when he arresting, he's like, I have to take you in and do this.
No, you don't.
I don't really want to.
Rise up. I mean, it was still like cool of him to be like, I don't want to do this, and to say to his boss, I don't think we should do this.
Yeah.
But also just like, don't do it.
It was, this is going to be bad PR. That was actually the quote.
Oh, really?
Fucking wrong.
The quote was, this is going to be bad PR. That sucks. Maybe they were saying, I mean, this is optimistic Swifty talking, but maybe they were saying that because they were like, this is what will get through to my boss.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, this is the language they will understand. Like, why? Just like, do you really have nothing better to do? The thing is, sometimes I think they don't. I think sometimes police stuff might work like they have a quota that they have to fill in order to continue to receive the funding they do. And so they just need to make arrests. And that right there is apparently an easy arrest to make. I'm not sure on what grounds, but again, broken system. But that's awful.
Yeah.
Like, quotas are awful. Quotas don't make anything better. Quotas incentivize people to do their work quickly and sloppily. Because if they don't, then their department might be liquidated, which is bad for everybody.
You should go and hit your quota.
I should go and hit my quota. I'm gonna leave. I'm sorry, Doig. Sorry everyone. Hey, again, the world is full of great people. Like the lady who was helping the homeless man. I hope that she gets out. And I hope she gets mad and hulks out.
I don't think it's gonna go much farther. Like, I think.
No, I don't see how it could.
I think the press and stuff got involved, and then it was like, yeah, this shouldn't
Good.
do anything.
One time the press helped in a positive way. Poll ended. Stay. It's 81%. I guess people want you to keep streaming, Doig.
Okay, I'll keep building the room then.
Alright. Love you, Doig. Thanks for hanging out with me and streaming.
I love you. Take care.
Thanks. Everyone have an awesome day.
Bye-bye.
Best of luck with all your projects. And until next time, may the rest of your day be filled with adventure. Enjoy a more positive stream from Doig.
I was just quiet because I didn't have much to say on all that. You seemed like you had a lot. Can I have a hug before you go?
Yeah.
Oh, Okay. Well, yeah. Don't seal me in if they're in here then. I like that 81% will say stay, and then you all leave, and then I'm just like. Yeah, this is I'm making like a little. I wanted to add a little ramp down. So, there's like a little ramp that goes down here for us to like go below deck. So that's what I'm making now. Trying to integrate into the floor, though I think I've overcomplicated it a little bit. Because this would be hard to collider. I'm not sure. Talk into the mic, please. Need to get a new microphone that catches me. It doesn't catch India. Is this a full revamp? It is, yeah. Stream 2.0. Have you seen Pilky's new room? It also has a ramp. I have not. That sounds awesome. Pilky, where did your ramp go? Okay, I'm gonna remove some of this. It transforms into a ball pit whenever you and Sinister chuck bugs at him. Very good. Okay, so skills at 0. I've started playing Elden Ring. I won't say too much about it because I appreciated not being swallowed myself, but I fought something and I've kind of taken it. It's partially because of Kurzak, because I face planted something very early and I was like, "Did you beat it?" And she was like, "Yeah, I beat it." And I was like, "Well, I gotta beat it too then." And now I've taken it upon myself that anything I face off against, I have to beat at my current level there and then, which I think is antithetical to what the game is supposed to be, where it's like, oh, you got stomped, go away and come back. And now I'm like, no, I will learn and stomp it right back. So I fought something and I prevailed, but it took me like, in total, it took me like 3 or 4 hours of fighting it. I don't know. It's like, just come back when it'll be easier. And I'm just like, but I don't wanna. Was it the boss after the tutorial bit? Yes. However, I did go away and come back once I found a thing to get through. Was it an old ring? No. Makeshift doll. I defeated it at level 23. Woohoo. I think it taught me to learn how to dodge good. I wasn't very good at dodging. I wasn't very good at dodging until after that fight. You really appreciate when you can just brute force an obstacle in a game. Really shows that you just need to improve your skills in the game, that it's not just hard to be hard. Yeah, or you can figure out a way through. To be fair, the appeal for Elden Ring for me, in part, is because my dad plays Elden Ring. He's the kind of player that he just goes off and like grinds and then comes back and kicks things butts, or finds like strats around it. So I like the challenge of trying to outplay him. This looks like dust too. The thing I'm modeling, it looks like that, or? You just finished your first run of Hollow Knight with no certain thing that I won't say out loud so Krezlik doesn't hear it. That's impressive. We did a let's play of Hollow Knight years back, since or something, and there's a certain boss I got to that like everyone watching the episodes was like, you can't do this yet, come back. And we realized in recording the episode that it was insane. So we did a stream of it instead for that episode, and I still didn't beat it. Its stream is like 2 hours long, and then after the stream ended, so I'm already 2 hours in, and I'm invested. Like 15 to 20 minutes after the stream ended, I did it, but I was still recording. I guess this Elden Ring isn't anything new in my behavior with Souls-like games. Now might not be the best time to ask, but any tips for coming up with things to animate when you have a lot of time on your hands? And Justina is saying, what did you want to animate when you didn't have time previously? What you like to build towards action, motion, interaction? Yeah. I think it's really good to do really small animation tests. So like think of like one small nugget of an idea and make that. Rather than trying to be like, oh, I should do a big project, because you spend more time organizing how to do the big project than you will actually doing the animating on it. Yeah, there's the 1 hour anim prompts is a pretty good source of just like pick up and go. Could do like animate a friend's OC or something. more rough and ready, Kieran. But I think what I'll do is I'll try and build it more as modular rooms. Rather than having everything kind of floating in space elsewhere outside the airship. We'll see. So the airship interior will actually be inside the airship. Yeah, no, I'm not I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna build the whole interior all as one. I think we'll like do it room based. That way things can be bigger on the inside. Doig and Swift lore? Current lore is that we stole the ship. And the ship has some cool tech in it, but we've never really seen it yet. That's part of the narrative of Swifty has an idea that she was putting past me. But what if you did though? What if I did that? What? Model all the interior inside the ship? I can't wait for the game theory deep dive on Doig and Swift. Uh-huh. The cool tech, a jellycat blender which feeds the remains into the engine for fuel. That's an adjacent tech, yes. Fun fact, the airship engine uses the souls of sad kids. It's taking me too long to build this simple ramp. But I want to add some textures to it. The next stream 2.0 is going to have I think some hand painted texture feel to it. We'll see. We'll see. Sent you a little thing, Doig Drive link. Let me know what you think. 1 sec then. Oh, is it over Gmail? This got really nice email. I chose the reading, which is why I went quiet. That's really nice.
This town's so lame. I'm feeling so wired. It's 4 a.m. I'm not even tired. We're in your car. We can
Oh, I think I know what this is referencing.
We're almost
Video's still processing. Let's download it.
dreaming of something new. Just right what I needed. Take me there. We can drive away. Oh yeah. Listen to the midnight radio.
Oh, have you made this like in a shorts format?
Listen to the midnight radio. We can drive
Open with
along to the
DLC.
radio.
I go. Do you want to go to the store?
Don't wanna wait all my life. Can't remain. No
Yes, without the text though.
a gentle breeze.
This is awesome. Let me check this out. I got it on screen now.
And back, playing loud in the speaker.
So it's being a little cut off. One sec. There we are. I go, do you want to go to the store? And you're like, no, I do not want to go to the store. And then you go, do you want to go with me? And then I can't be like, no, I don't want to go
Yes,
with
you can.
Ask me, do I want to go to the store?
Do you want to go to a store with me?
No, no, just say, do you want to go to the store?
Would you like to go to the store?
No.
Okay.
No, add with me.
What?
Add with me.
With me?
Yeah.
Great, then we'll go.
Oh, okay.
Just continue to be mad about it.
Yeah, the with me is the important part.
Do you want to go to the store?
No.
With me?
Yes.
With me?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the store?
No.
With me?
Yes.
With me?
Yes. I go, do you want to go to the store? And you're like, no, I
That's
do not
very
want
good.
to go to the store. And then you go, do you want to go with me? And then I can't be like, no, I don't want to go
Yes,
with
you
you.
can.
Ask me, do I want to go to the store?
Do you want to go to a store with me?
No. No, just say, do you want to go to the store?
Would you like to go to the store?
No.
Okay.
No, add with me.
What?
Add with me.
This is
With me?
amazing.
Yeah.
Great, then we'll go.
Oh, okay.
Just continue to be mad about it.
Yeah, the with me is the important part.
Do you want to go to the store?
No.
With me?
Yes.
With me?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the store?
No.
With me?
Yes.
With me?
Yes. It's true though. It's true. It's true. I just felt the sigh. Oh no! I just poked myself in the eye. Ah. Ah. This is the Doig and Swift content you want to stick around for. Okay, that was very good. Thank. You wear glasses. I know. I went to wipe something out of my eye because it had a little bit of an itch, and then I just full on like, yeah. Well, that happened. Okay, so we got a cool little ramp. It's got a little hidey hole. And it's gonna go here. And then I figured either how do I there's a way to move only the origin. Yes. Move the origin. Yes! Move the origin. That's what we want. Super useful. Da, 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 da. We could have the ramp go down like this. Yeah? Yeah?
You and me, can I marry you right away? Oh yeah.
Or
Listen to the midnight radio.
what do you think? What do you think? Slide
Listen to
or go down?
the radio. We can drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio. Don't wanna wait all my life, can't remain no delay, gotta let go. We can
Pivot, go down.
through the night, sing along to the midnight
Yeah, okay.
radio. Don't wanna wait all my life, can't remain no delay.
Another vote. What? Cousin Dan Jones, hello! I'm not even on screen. I think the raids are broken. I don't know why. I don't know why. I wonder if it's still happening. Let's go see. Nope. Straight up borked. Straight up broken. Okay, well that's okay. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's fine. We're over here. We're making stuff. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate the raid. How you doing? Why is tumble down not chaotically not an option? Yeah, pub sub seems to work. Summon doesn't work either. Oh, I must have borked something in my script somewhere. Chat isn't connected. Alright, well, okay. I think I know why. Oh, I know why. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I was doing something in the code. I changed the speaker to be something else. So pay no attention to this gentleman at all. This isn't anyone. You don't know who this is. This isn't anyone that you know. Nope. Not just gonna secretly put him in the floor. Yep, he's gone. You can't read that. No. Secret man. There we go. Okay. Stream manager, client, sound manager. Wait.
Tickets, please.
How is that even working? I don't know anymore. Oh, hello. My cat is meowing. Be right back. My cat is the fucking cutest. So India's put a pie into the oven and it was beeping. And it was beeping, so he came to get me to tell me about the beeping. And India was in a room in a closed door, so she didn't get disturbed by me talking. And he went from me, because I went to pet him, to the door. India's just staring at horse. And then he went to the door and he was like, look, it's for her, the beeping is for her. So I open the door, he runs in and he's just like, "Bark." And so we both pick him up, be like, good Kuma, get helping us. And then we stroked him and he purred a bit. And he's like, stop the noise. And then I held him and he purred and stuff, but usually what I do when I'm like holding him, I then go to like put him down. But the way I was holding him was like say you had a cat and then you turned them sideways so they were on their side. I had his little shoulder part in my left hand. He was facing away from me, left hand. And I had the other hand holding his flank, like his thigh, his butt. I was holding his butt, but not at the back, but from below on the side. And he was just chilling. Like usually that's the kind of like midway point between holding and putting down. But as I went to do it, he relaxed into like, oh, I know you're putting me down. And then I was like, you're just relaxing in this state where I'm just holding you sideways. And I was like, India, look, he's chilling, and he was just sideways. My cat, I was holding my cat for all the raiders that are coming with no context. He was just like looking sideways, like this was the best thing in the world. Hello, welcome. I'm trying to make sure that my raid's working. So you're too early. Raid from the Dorky Den. Hello. Yeah, my raid don't work at the moment. If this is your first time here, let me show you around. Hello, my name is Doig. I'm a bear. Hello. I'm stealing from Onsta with my hellos now. Hello. I've said it too often. I'm a green bear. This is my partner. Her name is Swift. She's an artist. animator, director, storyboarder extraordinaire. She's currently absent. She's away storyboarding on secret projects at the moment. Well, actually, she's cooking a pie. She's gonna eat it. And this is our stream. We're in our home theater. We're in our home theater setup currently. But usually we stream from over here. This is our little breakfast nook. It's still Halloweeny outside. And some things are a little bit broken. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So usually when the raid would come in, you would come in and you would attack the back of our room. And this would... I don't know how to leave her. This one? I don't know how to leave her anymore. Thank you for the pumpkin. Oh no, it's chasing me. Oh no. Oh no, run away. You'll have to raid sometime in the future. You have to come back when things are working. I'll give you a bamboo though. No, this one. Yeah. This is what usually happens when you raid. It all gets bombed and destroyed. But yeah, this is our stream. Welcome in. Myself, I'm an artist. I'm also a little bit of a games developer. So I made this, and I'm currently making it better. Yeah. So yeah. That was Sammy the Tour. There's also a ball pit. We don't talk about the ball pit. Usually dabbing works, but it's not currently working. We're fixing it. Yeah, it's all built in Unity. So you can see here, this is the setup. Don't be sad, Pat. Sometimes my cat makes a sad meow. Dab is broken, shut down the stream. Yeah. How was your stream? I thank you for bringing the folks over. How are you doing? What were you up to? Take care, Martina. Doug did say I made this. I also made this horse. It was designed by our friend Kawa. This was her Halloween costume. This is horse. Oh, you colored some stickers. Nice.
Please.
I think. Give me a sec. I'm gonna restart it. Well, I'm gonna build it first. Build setting. Build. Can you build? Can you build while it's running? Probably not. Probably not. It's probably gonna fail. Okay, let me stop. Yeah, it failed. It failed because I'm already running it. That'd be good though. But let's do this. Wait, I stopped running it though. Build setting. Cinema. Build oh, it's not liking that. Interesting. Oh, it's almost 5 AM for you. Yeah, you take care. Take care. Build and run. Why is it being weird? Or their compiler. There might be compiler errors. That makes a lot of sense. I think I've broken where this says resolution direct. I searched resolution yesterday. I must have barked something in here. Resolution. This isn't my script. How am I gonna find it if it's like typoed? Let's see if there's like... There's words. I'm weirded out. It's the stream guts, yeah. I'm weirded out. This should work. I'm weirded out. Wait. There we go. No idea. Literally saw the same problem the same time as me. Yeah, I think scrolling up and seeing what, like, somewhere elsewhere in the script is the way that they structured it. Let me see, like, wait, this is different. Build and run. I'm gonna go see what my cat is meeping about while this builds. Yeah, hello. I think my cat was hungry. So they do this. We gave them a whole bunch of food yesterday, and they don't go and check their food bowl first before they like ask for food. So I topped it up with a little bit more. Like he's literally got like 10% added to what he had, and now he's eating it. %50 of game dev is just waiting for the the bar to load. Provide me the food. There we go. Let's see if this is working now. Okay. Let's see if it works now. Da da ba da ba da ba da. Dab. Yeah. Don't know what was broken because I didn't fix anything to do with the client, but it works now. Raids should hopefully work again now. We'll just have to wait for someone to raid. Raider. Yeah, so we were making the new room, getting a little bit cozy. Gonna have potentially a corner unit for knickknacks, a bigger screen behind us, a cool window. Although now that I see it from this angle, you don't really see out the window, so I might change that. Still messing around, you know? Still messing around. Suppose if we made these slightly less. Yeah. But then it joins here. Oh, that was too soon. What's the easiest way? Probably what I should do is the and then So has anyone watched anything cool lately? The most generic of thoughts. I've been like working my way through the old show Quantum Leap. I'm into season 3 now, and it's it's really interesting to see something that feels like they were, you know, politically left leaning, but of its time, but also being kind of like, I feel like trying to be progressive, but not knowing what the culture climate around the commentary would have been at its time. And also the boldness of like having a white character play black characters, but like if you don't know the context of the show, the main character jumps into the lives of or leaps, I guess, into the lives of others and sees the world from their point of view. But it weirdly suffers from like both a white guy tackling racism, and also like there are he jumps into you know, female characters as well. Leaps into lives of female characters, so like solving misogyny type stuff. It's an interesting premise. To kind of see it play out. Definitely not. Definitely hasn't avoided like face planting its own ideals. Face planting upon its own ideals, I guess. Oh, you recently watched Tonko House's miniseries Oni Thunder God's Tale. Oh, that from what I've seen of it so far, it looks really fun. I've seen like maybe a teaser. Definitely looks really cool. The is it the Kappa with the bowl of water on its head, like bowing and like I suppose the joke is that he's like killing himself as he falls over, I guess unconscious. Really cracked me up, because like that's super the lore. Like if their little head pond dries up, then they'll die. It was good physical comedy there.
Want a roof so high that I can't see my ceiling fans. Multiply my paper, cut that shit, I want my dividends. Cloudy in my Audi, now I need a new Mercedes Benz. Me and you are not the same, I see life through a different lens. Fuck a tour, nobody asking for encore. We outside, good nigga stay out there, I stay indoors. Nigga, if you
He just can't stop being polite.
and keep your fucking guard up like the paintings in the Louvre. Louis V, where we be, why we topping the charts. Eating garlic.
Imagine if that was Batman's greatest weakness.
Never start 2022 new chapter.
His etiquette.
Young niggas spark, less as long as firecrackers and dark. Modern house studio space in Atlanta, I'll be in. Fashion show out in Perry, in Jamaica jet skiing. Want the ice on my wrist like lasers glowing in Limon. Pull up in the BMW, same color as Limon.
The Joker's like, Batman, every time you say something, the shock collar will hurt you. And Batman's like, stoic. And then Joker is like, Batman, thank you for all the good times together. And Batman's like, you're welcome. Batman, I just sneezed at you. Batman says, good night. killed by politeness. Yeah, there's better. Batman hands Joker a tissue. No! Thwarted my plan! Yeah, now you can see out the windows a little bit more from this sort of angle. Yay, that's what I want. What if we rounded it out? What if it wasn't so flat? What will this do? Ooh. Kind of work. I think that feels like a nicer shape. Joker just straight up says, I sneezed at you. You got a scenario where it's like something like Halloween, the film, and Michael Myers is just like, Marco. I just the victim cannot say polo. Marco. Oh no. This feels so much more like the inside of a ship. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. It's 12. Hello, Sparrow. How's it going? I've never had an extra level to my desk before with cats around. Like when they jump, my whole desk shakes. I think partially because of like the fact it's a big L shape, so it doesn't have solid base all the way around. But like every time the cat jumps, my monitor shakes, my microphone shakes, my Cintiq shakes. They getting heavy. What if I had a little step? What if I had a little step over here? That'd be cool. That might be nice. Little step up. depth. Yeah. A lunch break for everyone. Yeah, it's 12 for me now. Yeah, there it goes. There it is. Hit save. Spend a bunch of money to reinforce my desk just for the chunky babies. You know, I just might get little verticals, the planks. Put them in the back. The room might be a little long, but like, I'm kind of thinking of scenarios where we have like, you know, a camera that kind of gets the action here, and then I want to have a cool wall of art, of cool art and stuff here that we can be in front of, and then another kind of area here, but I think this feels too wide. Maybe it only needs to be like, you know, this long. I don't know, maybe it's my field of view. What's my field of view? Oh, 50 mils is not bad. You want to learn Blender, but it's always scary the moment you open it. What do you want to do in Blender? Or what do I guess more like what do you want to make with Blender? What's the appeal? What's like as soon as it's what do you open it for? I guess. Yes, Wilkie said, I think I said on Fen's stream that 90% of what you need to learn in Blender are the hotkeys G, S, R, and E, and the mirror modifier. The rest of the app fits in the remaining 10%. You want to do this? Build a similar setup. Yeah. Aligning with what Pilkey is saying. You don't need to know the whole software to do all the things that you want to do. So the G, S, and R are move, scale, and rotate hotkeys. So like if I just hit G here, I can move it, scale it, and rotate it. And the E key that we're mentioning is extruding. So like when you're box modeling, which is kind of like where to begin with, like low poly modeling. Extruding is when you say you have like, so I'm hitting tab to go in and out of edit mode and object mode. The way Blender's set up is that everything has multiple modes, so that all the stuff that you interact with them are in their distinct things, so you don't have to do everything all at once. But for the most part, you're going to be jumping in between selecting the different objects in your scene and then choosing to edit them, which you can see that it changes from like you don't see the lines to you seeing the lines is the best way to put that. And the E key for extruding, if I think another one to learn is the hotkeys for these 3 buttons, which is vertices, edges, and faces, is 1, 2, and 3 on the keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I select this face and I hit E, it's almost pulling out a new face from that face. Once you got those down, everything else you add on top of that just makes what you're doing a little bit quicker. Unless you're doing the everything everywhere all at once course. You really recommend Grant Abbott's tutorials. He has a whole series of free mini courses on YouTube, short and sweet, but feels slow paced and easy. Can you link those, Shnu? I think I would like to incorporate more tutorials in my tutorial. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Shnu is a very good resource himself for modeling. It's a very good modeler. I'm very bad at telling you what tutorials to watch because I'm old. And I didn't learn 3D modeling through YouTube. I'm sorry it keeps cutting in and out. You're not old, Doig. If you're old, then if I'm old, then you're old, and you don't want to be old. I'm sorry to tell you. I learned how to model in 2007. I'm old. Measure your age in Blender versions. I didn't start modeling with Blender. I started modeling with Maya at university. You initially learned how to model in like 1999 to 2000. But then stopped for 20 years. I would have been 12. In 1999. Yeah, you were 12. I didn't have 3D back then. I had what did I was making movies at like 12 and 13 in a software called I think it was called 3D Movie Maker. That thing was wild. Let me see if I can find that. The UI interface for that was magic. 3D Movie Maker. Let me show you this. Not Windows Movie Maker. No. This was like a game that let you make movies. Look at this guy. So this was like the paperclip version in this software. You know, Windows paperclip that was like the helper guy, and he was zany, and he would just go around on a unicycle sometimes, or like, okay, so this was like the interface and stuff it gave you. it had like canned animations that you could do, so you could like record what your characters did and set up the camera shots. I think it didn't let you move the camera around. It had like set specific camera placements. So I don't know if it was just a case of like, I can't remember if it was a case that the backgrounds were pre-rendered. But yeah, you could just like set up a whole set of shots, your characters, you could change their expressions. I used to tell the story of this, it was like this guy in a trench coat with like, I think his nose sticking out or something, and he would just go giant sometimes, because you could scale up and down the characters. And he would just like, it would be like a remake of the 50-Foot Woman, just with this just giant guy, and I think it had like a giant baby as well. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Giant baby. And you could have like characters with like they had like animations to make them fly. You could make superhero movies and all sorts. I love these. I love this. Oh man, I wonder if there's a port or a mod for this. Microsoft Movie Maker running on Windows 10. Wait, Jerma brought it back? Did Jerma play this? Holy fuck. I didn't know. Has he caused a resurgence in people making 3D Movie Maker movies? Jerma made the legendary Rat movie. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know Jerma all that well. Maybe India will know. Oh, Nickelodeon must have like got their hands on it as well. May 4th, 2022. The 90s animated software has been reanimated by Microsoft. Microsoft opened the source code after 27 years of retirement. Fuck yeah, we gotta play this. I saw a link there for it being on Steam. Oh shit, I think someone's added it to Gary's mod. Oh fuck yeah, you could get this like 3D text and have it like move around. Oh god, this is like my childhood regurgitating into my brain. I spent hours making shitty videos. This was part of a bigger suite. It also had fine artist and creative writer. I don't know if I ever touched those. I must have. I must have checked them out. You love 3D Movie Maker. It's probably like... It's more akin to like 3D... virtual stop motion, almost, in the way that you would kind of set stuff up. but I remember like even getting the characters to move in a straight line at the correct rate and everything was like high magic's level of getting it to feel. Everything felt like weirdly floaty. Felt like you were pulling everything through like treacle. Oh gosh. Damn, my brain. Oh, hello, little man. Got a little sleepy boy next to me now. Hello. He's sleeping again. Don't worry, we're gonna have a good afternoon of play. I'm gonna play with you. Oh, sorry, I'm waking you up. There you go, treat. And then we return to Blender, where I'm setting up a scene where I'm gonna have virtual puppets act out things. Man, I'm what the fuck? Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm just making this. It's just the same yeah, it's just the same thing all the way down. Fuck. Fuck. Subconscious unraveled. Yeah, we've just dug one level deeper into the Doig mind. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna make these microphones look a little bit more like Shure microphones, because I want to get a Shure microphone, I think. Boys, tell me about your childhood. Well, there were these virtual puppets, and they made me make movies with them. There we go. What is this? Yeah, maybe. Kid playing with 3D Movie Maker, Doig's Animata Empire. Would it be too much to have, like, the actual arm? I think it'd be too much to have the actual arm. Okay, we could do something. So what I would like to do is be able to fill the room with like knickknacks, virtual knickknacks of like things that we have worked on. Oh, I know a good one. Strive ship could go in here. Yeah. Damn, I don't know where I would have saved it. Where would I have saved it? Current project, maybe? Yeah, got it. Got it. Shit. This is probably easier, just the whole scene. Apparently it was not. Okay. So bad. Object. Okay, I'll have to do this another time. Cowa's 3D Glim sat on a shelf, maybe with Sinister's Midge. That would be really awesome. Is the new room still based on the airship? It is, yeah. But the airship's getting a little bit bigger. I mean, I really like Kawa's model of the Glim, but sorry for the but. I made a model of the Glim way back that I don't know. Maybe it's because I have my own headcanon for what the Glim looks like. I think Kawa's looks more comic accurate. I should do a model of Midge in the Glen. Or finish the ones I started. Buh. Need to figure out something to put in this corner as well. I don't think it should be the door. Just trying to visualize it. Like, this is where the steering is gonna go, I think. So like, if you want to I think what I'm doing is like the rest of the ship goes this way now, rather than to the side. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm being. Maybe this would be cooler at the back. some glass in there. At least something that looks transparent. It's hitting 12:30 and I'm getting pretty hungry. I think I might call the stream here since it's going on nearly 4 hours and I'm barely chatting and stuff. Yeah, hope you've had your. I hope you've enjoyed your time here. I'm going to keep building this over the next little while and try and make a really cool 2.0 version of the overlay. Yeah, you're welcome, Sinister. Good time. Thank you, Sinister. Appreciate you guys. For those of you that are in the animated Discord, I want to, over the next little bit, yes, start setting up those circles of like makers and like people who are actively working on their own projects to support them. So I'll see you in the Discord. We can chat a little bit about that and get something cool going. Maybe try and migrate away from sharing project stuff. I don't know. I'm in two minds because I don't want to like hide away what you guys are doing either. So I'm still working it out. But the mindset for me is that the makers circle is going to be the main kind of like circle, and like the first circle is kind of like for newcomers and people you don't know as much. So most of everyone who's already in there is probably going to migrate over into the second circle. That makes sense. And then the first circle is to help people who are just new and making their own stuff and trying to figure stuff out, and with the tutorials that I'm currently working on. So it's all cool stuff animata wise. You can see the reasoning there. Cool. Alrighty. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for joining today. And may the rest of your day be filled with adventure. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Wait, I don't know who I'm raiding. Martina's gone. I just realized. Let me do the follow thing. Thor is live. Thor won the poll earlier. Okay, then. Yeah, I think that's a good. Okay, if he won the poll earlier, then that's all good. Let's do it. Now I just have to remember how to type the. I misspelled raid. Ryad. You know what? Shout out. How do I shout out? Shout out username. Let's give him a shout out first. Let's pirate software. That should work. He'll see that we've done that. Yeah, go give Thor a follow. He's really cool, really approachable. Says great stuff about game dev and is really encouraging. And we're gonna go raid him. Won't he be surprised now? Here we go. The raid has been created. Let's go. The raid call today is bacon an animal? That question. Let's ask it. Let's ask Thor, is bacon an animal? See what he says. Yep. Is bacon? Bacon is bacon an animal? Yes. Is bacon an animal? You got it. I just wanted to say something that will confuse him. Thank you very much, and everyone take care. And may the rest of your bacon questions be filled with confusion for Thor. No. No. All right, I'm going mental. Not mental. I'm going to have lunch. That's what I'm going to do. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.
Buttons.